So as a peripheral reviewer, my peripheral setup pretty much changes on a weekly basis, but this setup I've been using is probably the closest it has been to absolute perfection. In terms of the mice that I use on a daily basis, the mouse I just keep going back to is the snekxs Max from WL Mouse. To me, this is the best mouse they have made so far, just in terms of the actual shape. While I do have smaller hands, I still prefer the Max over the Mini or the regular sizes offered, mostly because it's the first mouse from them that I can actually comfortably claw grip while still having the option to fingertip if I want to. On top of that, you are getting pretty good quality, the latest specs, and a web driver as well, and of course it's made out of magnesium if you're still into that kind of thing. I have also been testing out the new DefAdder V3 Hyperspeed and pretty impressed with it so far. It's pretty much a mini version of the DefAdder V3 Pro, which to me is the perfect size and shape for an ergo. Only have a couple of hours of use on it so far, but I can see myself using this way more than the Viper V3 Pro, just because it caters more to smaller hands. While I do enjoy the Viper V3 Pro a lot, it's just not a mouse I performed really well with. For the time being, the DefAdder V3 Hyperspeed will be staying on my desk for a pretty long time, as like I said before, the shape of this mouse is pretty much perfect and I'm performing really well with it as well. For the mousepad, the pad I just keep going back to is the Samurai from Kuro-san. To me, this is the best mousepad that has come out recently, and there really isn't anything I can think of that is just bad on this mousepad. This pad pretty much hasn't left my desk since I got it in early last month, and as a reviewer I try a ton of mousepads, but none of them have even come close to what the surface of the Samurai provides. But overall, it's just a perfectly balanced pad, which makes it perfect as being my main mousepad. It's not too fast or not too slow. Quality is top notch as well. I don't really have any real thoughts about this pad deteriorating very quickly, and plus it just looks really good as well. Super simple design that will complement pretty much any setup. I do have a full review on this pad if you guys are interested in picking this pad up if it hasn't sold out yet. The current keyboard I am using and probably going to stick to for a very long time is the Wooting 60HE. After trying a lot of the other Hall Effect keyboards on the market, I can confidently say that the Wooting is the king on top of the whole Hall Effect market. While yes, it doesn't come in a fancy case and doesn't sound that great right out of the box, the performance it offers is just too good that you kind of ignore all the faults it has. Don't want to say more about the Wooting, as I will have a review on it in the near future covering pretty much everything. But so far, this is the keyboard to buy if you really care about gaming. For my audio setup, I try to keep it as simple as possible, and I think I pretty much perfected that. For my microphone, I am currently using the Tank 3 from Fine. I've been using this for the past 2 or 3 weeks and pretty impressed with it so far. Quality is top notch, and to me it sounds pretty decent for the price, which is $90. I have the microphone just plugged in directly into my computer via the USB-C port, as to me right now it's the simplest option. But it does have an XLR output as well if you already have a audio interface laying around. For my headphones, I am using the HiFiMan HE4XX and overall pretty satisfied with them so far. Reasonably comfortable and sound pretty good to me. They have also been super good for gaming as well. Really no complaints when it comes to that. Never thought I was missing some kind of information in game when using these. They are slightly on the more expensive side of things, but to me they are worth every penny. I have also been getting back into IEMs and have been trying the TrueFear Clinical Zeros after hearing all the praise people have been giving them. Sound quality is pretty good on them, and the directional audio the Zeros provide are really accurate and detailed, and might even be a bit better than my over-eared headphones, and now I understand why people are praising them for gaming so much. Only reason I haven't fully committed to these IEMs in particular is because of the comfort. Overall, these are a very large and bulky IEM, but the thing that bothered me the most was the size of the actual nozzle. The nozzles are on the larger side of things, and with someone with smaller ear canals, I found them pretty uncomfortable even with a smaller pair of ear tips. For now, I'll just be sticking with my over-ears till I find a pair of IEMs that are more comfortable, as I am still heavily interested in that whole space. So yeah, overall I'm pretty happy with my current setup. Nothing I would really switch out at the moment, as to me this is as close as endgame as I am getting for a while.